Hello there, this is Bench and today I'll take you on a journey with me. We're diving deep into the fresh section of Reddit, where new conversations are just starting to unfold. I'm excited to share my personal insights and thoughts on some of the most intriguing posts I've come across. And our goal here is to foster meaningful discussions, provide genuine advice, and create a positive space for all of us to connect. So grab your virtual snorkels because we're about to explore uncharted territories of Reddit together. Without further ado, let's jump right into our first catch. So in this first post, basically a coworker that is very close with the boss, and the boss already let him know or her know that they're gonna let go of somebody, and he or she did not tell this. She feels like, or he feels like he could have told the person that got fired a bit in advance, but that's basically what this whole post is about. Obviously, she's not or he's not an asshole. That's basically just a job of the boss. He has to manage people and to say why certain relationships or work engagements don't work for them. So they also have to take this up with the board, I guess, or with the company executives. So ultimately, it's your boss' task. Though it never feels good to see someone losing their job, but at some level they bear most of the responsibility about what happens to them. Maybe I should at least in this case it seems, maybe whatever. Sometimes a bit more edgy comments do better, I think. Alright, so this is just my interpretation of your interpretation of events, Bench. Alright, boom. Alright, so we have another post. Basically a guy who's been living with his parents all of his life. He's now going out to live with his brother. Basically his brother has to teach him the ropes of being an adult, doing your own dishes and laundry and whatever. And soon he wants to move in with his girlfriend, so he's having like a little bit of a panic, or like, wait, I am not ready to be an adult yet. I think a lot of us are. We definitely don't all know how to live together and how to live on our own. So I think definitely for everybody, like, people could be 70 and don't know how to live alone. So I think to sum it up, he's just looking for some positive feedback, and I think some points he might have to look at, and that's exactly what I wanted to do. So I started off, I forgot, with ending with I forgot my bottom layer of the sandwich. Okay, so the answer I want to give to him, I start with the first top layer sandwich. Interesting story of there. I see a lot of different moving parts in your story, which could indeed make it difficult for you to figure out where you fit in this picture. I'll try to give my perspective of your situation a few notes, though I'm just going off on what you told us here. I think the sandwich itself is pretty big, so I don't hope you get scared by that. But 1. It is normal for your parents' actions, or everyone's parents, your girlfriends for example, to have lasting impacts on your life and how you grew up in, to have lasting impacts on your life through the way we grew up in life. Every parent leaves their marks on their children, and the fact you've realized this early on is already amazing on itself. Identifying what your shortcomings are and where you excel at could be a good next step to understand what you can actualize in different relationships interactions. Secondly, understand that we all grow and go through life in our own pace. There is no right or wrong time to learn something new. It's about taking action towards what you want to know and do, and share that with people around you. This is an important part, as we sometimes do not like to show our vulnerability to others around us. So make sure to talk about what is holding you, your girlfriend, or your family back, and what steps you would like to try to improve that. Be sure to mention if you need help for specific parts and that you would really appreciate them helping you in the journey you want to take on. Have a drive in life to go after what you want to see happening. As to being an adult part and knowing how to do stuff to maintain yourself and others around you, show willingness to grow. Maybe goof a bit around your girlfriend, about your girlfriend when she's cooking, and try to make it a learning moment by asking questions why she does it that way. Number 1 rule about people: we like to talk and explain things to each other as to help grow the ones around us, the ones we care about. Don't be too hard on yourself if you don't know everything from day one. Some people become 70 and still don't know how to cut meat on their own plate. Be proud of what you know and what you can share with people around you. I assume a lot about sounds and how waves interfere with each other. Which is also very interesting. But to sum it up, it's okay to not know it all at this stage. Like you said yourself, you've only recently come to live without your parents, so obviously you don't know too much from the start. You're doing good, my friend. Anyways, not anything concrete, but if you like the message that I'm trying to send you, then you might want to check out my channel. Self-plug at the end for them W's, you know? Alright. Another post here. So basically similar to the previous one, but it's a bit more other mental issues maybe subdued in there. He said he has ADHD, he can't sleep, he's a chronic skin picker, so I don't really want to get too deep into this. But basically I say awesome that you have the courage to improve yourself. Not all of us are willing to face ourselves that way. To be honest, with the things you said and the manner you want to improve things, I would suggest having a conversation with a professional first. I believe you might have deeper issues that can't be solved as easily as changing a habit. I don't want to be too blunt here, as I'm definitely not a professional, so I'll also say that you could try and identify the parts of your life that hold you back the most. Take note of what behaviors are leading to certain outcomes and focus on taking on the problems you might encounter at the root. What I mean is making a list of triggers, action, behavior. So triggers are like things around you, things that you think about that make you want to do something, or a certain period of the month, or that you get money, for example, that you have like money on the bank account and then you're like, okay, I want to spend it. Such things can all be triggers. Action is usually, for example, if I see money on my bank account, I want to go to the store and buy something. The action is I want to buy something. The behavior is then me going 3 hours to the center of Antwerp in order to try to find the best watch or shirt or sweater that you might get for that price, whatever. Basically, which could make yourself more aware of the effect you, your environment, and other people around have on you. Good luck, my friend, and remember, nothing is binary in life. You can't be all bad, unmotivated, or all good, perfect motivation. Everything lays on a scale, and we can all improve most of that ourselves. Bench. I think it's a pretty good answer for his. I don't think there are many tips and tricks with that. So, anyways, this is my answer. I think we've got maybe 1 or 2 more posts for you guys. This post basically, somebody has a hard time listening to other people and tendency to overtake the conversation and focus on her part of the story, I guess. So I can't really talk from her perspective. I'm just gonna give her advice from the other receiving end's perspective, I guess. And maybe it will work for her, maybe it don't, I don't know. So I say, I believe it's becoming more common for your behavior to happen within our societies, within our social interactions, as louder voices and stronger opinions tend to have better results in reaching more people, which I don't like, as more nuanced opinions usually have the more qualitative result in the end. Tips that I can think of that you might want to try, as for some people you don't know, this can be a real... As for some people, this can be a real turn-off to remain talking with you. Formal setting, tell them up front that you have this tendency and that you would like him, her to signal you when they're done explaining a point. Wait for the signal, awkward pauses are better than no pauses at all. Informal setting, remind the ones around you that you have this tendency and ask them to interrupt you when you get off track or if they want to say something. Remember the importance for them in taking this action to help you. So give them their respect for helping you with that. Anyways, I don't have this problem myself, but this is advice from my advice coming from the other side, I guess. Good luck and you will get the hang of effective conversation in no time. In some time. Alright, let's get one more maybe, and then we'll finish this episode. Alright, last post of the day. Then I'm gonna eat something because I have not eaten before. So basically, woman trying to fit in some more gym or sport life during her 60 to 65 hour work week. So for those of you who don't know me, it's definitely not something I can relate to, but I try to give my perception of when I had some busier days and what worked for me. So I start off to say, great to hear that despite you working 2 jobs, which is amazing, you still want to work on yourself and try to get the best version out there. I've not really experienced a similar situation myself, though I can say that going to the gym or taking a run before going to work did help me with the busier work days. I believe that self-improvement and health is as important as maintaining a job or doing certain things for other people. So after my morning's gym session, I would feel like I could take on everything that day, as I've just pushed myself towards something I was not comfortable with and did it anyway. Eventually it became a habit, but when my working days got less busy, the need for it also disappeared. Also dissipated, or whatever. Eventually it became a habit, but when my working days got less busy, the need for it also dissipated. I'm not saying it will fix it completely, but maybe your daily dynamics change, which could in turn boost your mental energy. Worth trying, in my opinion. Also, maybe do some exercises at home, or take a run or bike to work. Many options to reduce commuting time to optimize your routines and physical, mental health. Best of luck, and you can do this, Bench. Alright, so that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and who knows, maybe we'll speak each other in the future, but until that moment, you have to like, subscribe, and do all those good things that you will never do, because I don't do them either. It's just how the cookie crumbles, I guess. But without further ado, let's get some pizza time, you know? Bye bye.